Hello and welcome. Today, we invite you to step into the serene world of the Japanese tea ceremony, also known as Chanoyu or Chado, the way of tea. If you've ever wondered why a simple cup of tea can be at the heart of Japanese culture, or how a centuries-old ritual continues to inspire mindfulness and hospitality today, you're in the right place. In this video, we'll explore the origins and philosophy of the tea ceremony, discover the essential tools and their meanings, walk through the main steps, and share tips on etiquette and participation. Whether you're a tea lover, a fan of Japanese culture, or simply curious about the art of living mindfully, this video is for you. So, let's begin our journey into the world of Japanese tea. The Japanese tea ceremony is much more than simply making and drinking tea. It is a highly ritualized practice that brings together art, philosophy, and hospitality. At its heart, the ceremony is about creating a special moment of peace and connection between the host and the guests. The tea used is matcha, a finely powdered green tea, which is whisked with hot water to create a frothy, vibrant drink. The ceremony is guided by four core principles: harmony, respect, purity, and tranquility. Harmony means creating a sense of unity and balance between people and their surroundings. Respect is about showing consideration for others, the tools, and even the space itself. Purity refers to both physical and spiritual cleanliness, reflected in the careful cleaning of utensils and the mind. Tranquility means achieving a state of calmness and peace, even in everyday life. These principles are not just ideas, they are practiced in every movement, gesture, and detail of the ceremony. The host prepares everything with care, and the guests respond with gratitude, creating a shared experience that is both simple and profound. To truly understand the Japanese tea ceremony, it helps to know its fascinating history. Tea first arrived in Japan from China in the early 9th century, brought by Buddhist monks, who used it to stay awake during meditation. At first, tea was a luxury enjoyed mainly by the elite and the imperial court. Over time, however, it spread to samurai and eventually to the wider public. In the 15th and 16th centuries, the tea ceremony began to take on its modern form. It was during this period that Zen Buddhism deeply influenced the practice. Zen monks emphasized simplicity, mindfulness, and the appreciation of everyday moments, values that became central to the tea ceremony. One of the most important figures in the history of Japanese tea is Sen no Rikyu, a tea master who lived in the 16th century. Rikyu perfected the wabi cha style of tea, which focused on rustic simplicity, natural materials, and a humble atmosphere. He believed that true beauty could be found in imperfection, and that the spirit of hospitality was more important than expensive utensils or grand settings. Under Rikyu's influence, the tea ceremony became a way for people to escape the chaos of daily life and find peace in the present moment. Even today, his teachings continue to shape the way tea is prepared and enjoyed in Japan. The setting of the tea ceremony is just as important as the tea itself. Traditional tea ceremonies are held in a special room called a shashitsu. These rooms are often small, with tatami mat floors, sliding doors, and simple, natural decorations. The entrance to the tea room is usually low, so guests must bow as they enter, a gesture of humility and respect. Inside, the atmosphere is calm and uncluttered, with carefully chosen items such as a hanging scroll and a seasonal flower arrangement. Every detail is designed to help guests leave behind the outside world and focus on the here and now. The tea room is a place where social status is left at the door. Everyone, regardless of their background, is treated with equal respect. This sense of equality and harmony is one of the most beautiful aspects of the tea ceremony. The Japanese tea ceremony uses a variety of specialized tools, each with its own history and meaning. Let's take a closer look at some of the most important utensils. The chawan is used to prepare and drink the matcha. Bowls come in many shapes, sizes, and styles, often reflecting the season or the personality of the host. Some are simple and rustic, while others are elegant and refined. The chasen is used to whisk the matcha powder and hot water into a smooth, frothy tea. It is carved from a single piece of bamboo and requires skill to use properly. The choshaku is a slender bamboo scoop used to measure out the right amount of matcha powder. Its elegant shape reminds participants to appreciate the beauty in everyday objects. The natsume is a small, lacquered container for holding matcha powder, used in more informal ceremonies. For formal occasions, a ceramic or porcelain tea caddy called a chair is used. The kama is used to heat the water for the tea. The sound of the boiling water is said to be calming and adds to the atmosphere of the ceremony. The hishaku is used to scoop hot water from the kettle into the tea bowl. Its graceful movements are an important part of the ritual. The fukusa is a square silk cloth used to purify the utensils. The careful folding and handling of the fukusa symbolize respect and mindfulness. Each tool is handled with great care and respect. The way the host cleans, arranges, and uses these utensils is a form of art in itself. Many tea practitioners spend years mastering the correct movements and gestures. Now, let's walk through the main steps of a typical Japanese tea ceremony. There are many different styles and levels of formality, but here is a simplified version that captures the essence of the ritual. Before the ceremony, the host carefully cleans the tea room and arranges the utensils. Guests are invited to wait in a separate room or garden, where they can relax and prepare themselves mentally. When it is time, guests wash their hands and rinse their mouths at a stone basin. Outside the tea room, a symbolic act of purification. They then enter the room quietly, bowing as they cross the threshold. Guests take a moment to admire the scroll, flower arrangement, and the overall atmosphere. The host may explain the meaning behind the decorations, which often reflect the season or a special theme. Before the tea is served, guests are offered traditional Japanese sweets called wagashi. These sweets are beautifully crafted and designed to complement the flavor of the matcha. The host uses the fukusa to purify the tea scoop and tea caddy, performing each movement with grace and precision. This is not just about cleanliness, it is a way to focus the mind and show respect for the tools. The host adds matcha powder to the chawan, pours in hot water, and uses the chasen to whisk the tea into a bright green froth. The sound and rhythm of the whisking are soothing and help set the mood. The bowl of tea is offered to the main guest, who bows, rotates the bowl to avoid drinking from the front, and takes a sip. The guest then wipes the rim and passes the bowl to the next guest, repeating the process. After everyone has enjoyed the tea, the host displays the utensils for the guests to admire. Guests may ask questions or comment on the beauty and craftsmanship of the tools. The host cleans the utensils and thanks the guests for their participation. Everyone bows, and the ceremony ends with a sense of calm and gratitude. Beyond the steps and tools, the Japanese tea ceremony is about cultivating a certain state of mind. The practice encourages mindfulness, being fully present in the moment, appreciating the beauty of simplicity, and finding peace in everyday actions. The concept of ichigo ichie is often associated with the tea ceremony. This phrase means one time, one meeting, and reminds us that every encounter is unique and should be cherished. No two tea ceremonies are ever exactly the same, and each one is an opportunity to connect with others and with ourselves. The tea ceremony also teaches humility and respect. By focusing on the needs of the guests and the careful handling of the utensils, the host demonstrates selflessness and attention to detail. Guests, in turn, show appreciation and gratitude for the host's efforts. Today, the Japanese tea ceremony is practiced all over Japan and around the world. Some people study tea for years, joining tea schools and attending regular lessons. Others experience it as a special event at temples, gardens, or cultural centers. Many tea houses welcome visitors, including foreigners, and offer introductory sessions where you can try making and drinking matcha yourself. These experiences are a wonderful way to learn about Japanese culture, meet new people, and enjoy a moment of peace. In recent years, the tea ceremony has also inspired new trends, such as modern tea cafes, matcha desserts, and even virtual tea gatherings. While the tools and settings may change, the spirit of harmony, respect, and mindfulness remains at the heart of the practice. Let's answer some common questions about the Japanese tea ceremony. Do I need to know Japanese to participate? Not at all. Many tea houses offer explanations in English or other languages, and the host will guide you through the process. What should I wear? It's best to dress modestly and avoid strong perfumes or flashy jewelry. If attending a formal ceremony, you may be asked to wear socks or traditional Japanese attire. Is it okay if I make a mistake? Absolutely. The tea ceremony is about enjoying the moment, not about perfection. The host and other guests will appreciate your interest and effort. Can I take photos? It depends on the setting. Always ask the host before taking pictures, and avoid disturbing the atmosphere. If you're invited to a Japanese tea ceremony, here are some tips to help you enjoy the experience. Arrive on time and greet